Today is Friday, June 21st, which is the summer solstice, but apparently is also World Yoga Day. In celebration of this, a number of yoga teachers and practitioners met down at the Tralee wetlands to do 108 sun salutations. I met with the organiser Sarah Rail to find out how this day came about.
I had participated in events like this before, but not in Ireland. So I used to live outside of Ireland for quite a number of years. And on the 21st of June, they would always get together and have a summer solstice event. And I realised it was the International Day of Yoga as well. So I said, why not try to organise teachers from all over Tralee and Kerry to come together and to celebrate it as a community. Myself and two of my friends, we have a yoga studio called Yoga Space Tralee that we set up in April of this year. And a big part of the work that we do is trying to bring yoga into the community. So it's, community events like this where all different people come together, all different teachers, different styles of yoga to celebrate what it is.
Oh, I didn't even know there was that many different styles of yoga.
There's many styles of yoga. There's a yoga for everybody.
Can you tell me about some of the different styles of yoga?
Yeah, of course. So what I practice and teach is called vinyasa, which means it's a movement with breath, and it's a flow style of yoga. You have Ashtanga yoga, which is the same sequence that you would do every single day. It's quite a strong practice. You have hot yoga, Bikram yoga. You have therapeutic yoga, which is yoga that would be specific to people who have any injuries or issues. You have Iyengar yoga, which is very alignment focused. There's so many. All yoga is Hatha yoga, and what we teach at Yoga Space Tralee is a vinyasa yoga. I should also mention that there are two other types of yoga called restorative, which I teach, and so does Cara. It's to fully allow the nervous system to be rebalanced. So you're fully supported by blankets and props in different shapes, and you have about an hour and a half or 2 hours just to fully relax and allow the nervous system to come back down. So that's what a lot of us need nowadays, is restorative yoga. You should try it.
So today is World Yoga Day, and it is also the summer solstice.
Yeah.
Is there any particular reason why both of those are on the same day?
I don't believe that there is, but it is popular amongst us Western yogis to celebrate winter solstice and summer solstice by doing 108 rounds of sun salutations. So perhaps they decided that it would be a really good day to put International Yoga Day also. So 108 is an auspicious number for us yogis. We see it in a number of different places. So for example, the mala beads that you would use for meditation, they have 108 beads. If you're saying different mantras, you are supposed to say them 108 times. There's 108 different names for God in yoga, so we see it popping up again and again in different places, and that is why we practice 108.
Yeah, and why is the sun salutation special?
Because it's the summer solstice, sun salutation is called Surya Namaskar, which is a salutation to the sun. So it's a perfect fit for today when we have the longest day of the year, the sun is shining, and it's just us bowing to the sun saying thank you for life.
Yeah, can you describe the sun salutation?
There's a few different kinds, but they generally have the same foundation. There is a series of movements with breath, and they wake up and energize the whole body. So you are on an inhale, for example, reaching your fingers towards the sky, saluting the sun, and as you exhale this, you're folding inwards, so it's almost like you're coming back into yourself. You move to a plank position, you'll then move to the floor into a nice back bend, and then end up in downward facing dog before starting the whole process again, all with breath.
How did this particular day come together, this union of yoga instructors and all these people?
After last year, which was a very spontaneous idea, we had a great turnout. So this year I decided again that I would like to organise it. So I just sent emails out to various local teachers to see if they wanted to be involved, and if they did, great. If they couldn't, that was also okay. And then, so the wetlands have been really great last year, and this year they've given us the use of their outdoor space to hold this event. So thank you very much to the wetlands in Tralee.
If someone wants to get into yoga, what would your advice to them be?
If you wanted to get into yoga, I think a class environment is a really good place to begin. But what I will say is that there are so many different teachers and different styles of yoga that you might need to try one or two different teachers to find your particular style and the teacher that is most suited to you and you're most suited to them. So I would say try a beginner foundation level course with somebody and go from there. If you don't have the resources, I know it can be expensive and time consuming. There are many great videos on YouTube. I particularly like Yoga with Adrienne.
What are the benefits of yoga?
Oh, there are so many benefits of yoga, like now more than ever, because we live very busy lives. From a very practical physical point, you are moving your spine in all directions. Spine health is really important for us. Your joint health, and your increasing strength and flexibility. For me, really, the practice of yoga is we have super busy lives and they're always pulling us out of ourselves. We're always on the phone, we're watching something, constantly go. So for me, my personal opinion, yoga allows us to come back into our body, check in with our mind, see what's going on inside, and gives us a moment of reflection and of pause to stop the busyness of the outside world.
Does someone who wants to get into yoga need any specialist equipment?
Oh, absolutely not. And we hear so many times as yoga teachers how, like, even I'm not flexible enough to do yoga, and it's like, you absolutely do not need to be flexible to do yoga. You don't need anything. You don't even need a mat. You could put a towel, you could practice on a rug or on a carpet. You don't need any equipment at all. All you need is you and your body and a willingness.
Yeah, I can definitely attest that you don't need flexibility, because I've been doing yoga.
Not.
I think I've been doing yoga for about 3 months now, and I've never been able to touch my toes.
Yeah,
I still can't.
That's not the really, like, the objective of yoga is not to be able to touch your toes. Although, again, Western society, we have all these like aims and goals, and we want to be able to do all of these things, but if you never touch your toes, you could still be a great yogi. So we do have a post up on Yoga Space Tralee, and all of the teachers that we're teaching here today are linked on that, so you'll see like hashtags with the various teachers, so there's something for everybody. And that's why I wanted to have as many different teachers kind of representing the different kinds of yoga. It's not like about any particular one of us today, it's just about celebrating yoga.